Hey, I'm Eric. I'm listening to 100 albums in 100 days. For all the details on what I'm doing and why, check out the video pinned in my profile. So it is day, 87 of this little project, and we hit a first. I finally found an album that I did not like at all. Today I listened to the 1984 album Zen Arcade from Hüsker Dü. Now, Hüsker Dü is a punk band, and I knew that going in. And the reason they're on the list is because I'm an enormous Dave Grohl fan. And he has cited this album as a pivotal album in his life, a very influential album. So I wanted to put it on the list, knowing it was punk. And Dave was very into punk, still is. I think he played in several punk bands before he hooked up with Nirvana. And I have a little bit of history with punk. The first semester of my freshman year in high school, I met a kid and we became friends, and he was very into punk and very into Pink Floyd. And we had one class together, and he did not approve of the music I listened to, so he wanted to give me a punk education. So he also gave me a Pink Floyd education a little bit. He gave me Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall to listen to, which I love those. But he gave me like Dead Kennedys, Suicidal Tendencies, what else? Butthole Surfers, and Black Flag, which I actually had an obsession with Black Flag for a couple of weeks after he gave me that. I don't know why I connected with Black Flag and not the rest of it. Probably because of Henry Rollins. I don't know why, but that was the only punk I connected with that he gave me. I just did not connect with any of the rest of it. He kept trying to give me stuff, but it just wasn't. He was throwing it against the wall. It just wasn't sticking. So and then we didn't have any more classes together after that semester. We just kind of fell away from our friendship. Just kind of fell apart. He became a raging pothead, and I didn't. So that was the end of my punk education. But for as far as this Hüsker Dü album, there was just nothing that I connected with. There's like 23 tracks on it, and this is genuinely the first time in this whole project that I wanted to fast forward through the majority of the songs. I just didn't. There just wasn't much. It reminded me of all the punk music stuff that kid in high school gave me. And he would be all excited about the tape one day, and I'd take a listen and just be like, yeah, no. So it reminded me of that. I'm really kind of surprised this is not one of the albums that he gave me then, but it wasn't. So there's just nothing for me on Zen Arcade. Now here's a saving grace. So the guitar player for Hüsker Dü is a guy named Bob Mould, who contributed vocals to a Foo Fighter album, my favorite Foo Fighter album, Wasting Light. He contributes on 2 different songs, I believe, maybe just one. One of my favorite songs, actually. And so when Bob Mould left Hüsker Dü, he started a solo career, and he has some solo albums. So tomorrow, and I've heard a couple of songs from Bob Mould. I don't know what album they're from or when they're from, but I liked them. So tomorrow I am listening to a Bob Mould album. So hopefully Bob can redeem this whole Hüsker Dü fiasco, but we'll see. But as far as Hüsker Dü and Zen Arcade goes, I'm gonna have to pass. Sorry if you're a Hüsker Dü fan. It just didn't lock in with me, and hopefully Bob Mould will save the day tomorrow.